Welcome to Nerdmageddon.
Hello, and welcome back to Nerdmageddon here on KZLX LP Maryville and also on the KNWT YouTube page. Thanks for hosting us. I'm your host, Simon Clark. With me, I have...
Hello, I am John Taylor, and, I'm the same person I've been, keeping it boring.
Yeah, okay. That was a great intro. Are you feeling good, man?
Yeah, all right.
Okay, all right. On my other side, I've got...
Hi, everyone. Richie Roveto. Also, I want to just quick touch back. Don't sell yourself short, man. Yesterday, you had your hair tied up. Now today, you don't. You've
Yesterday?
changed.
Yesterday? Last week,
Yeah. Yesterday was the day you were
that.
last in here.
I should have brought that again, dang. Yeah.
You should have.
Yeah.
You want mine?
Oh, yeah.
Here you go.
Anyway, we can't spend this entire show just trading, ponytails and... good vibes between each other, which is the point of the show, but...
Trade Pokemon cards,
absolutely. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look into some nerd news today. First thing up on the docket that we have is that the Boondocks revival has been scrapped from HBO Max. I don't get why. It was announced a few years ago, and I say that about like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Because it was still when we had... the show in the other studio, and Corey and Kenzie and Molly were all there. The OG4. And we were talking about it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm super excited. Obviously, it's going to be awkward because of the way, culture is now, because this was a pretty rough show to watch. But it makes me sad that it just got scrapped. I don't know why.
It's very unfortunate. But I will say, though, from personal experience, reboots don't always work out the best. My thoughts go to the Arrested Development when Netflix tried to reboot it.
Yeah.
And plus, as I love the show, it's great. Who knows what this new one would have been? Because you also mentioned in the past that they are Grandpa's voice actor is not going to be appraised by his son. You said that, and I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was... It was tough. I always had a really, funny connection with this show. It was more just like, ooh, I'm like sneaking out of bed and going into my basement to watch this on Cartoon Network on Saturdays.
Right.
And I hoped and prayed for the love of God that my parents didn't come in and catch me watching this show. But it was such a good show. Like it mixed like a lot of that, like human interaction culture with that crazy anime fight scene style.
Oh, for sure.
It was beautifully done. And I'm just sad that it's not coming through again.
I still think the best episode of the series is the season finale of season 1, where Uncle Ruckus becomes the Reverend for White Heaven.
Oh my God!
And that I feel like that very end is lined up perfectly with the music and with the execution of that Black Panther guy.
Yeah, it was wonderful. John, did you ever watch the Boondocks?
I watched the first season, and then I watched a couple episodes of the second, and then I stopped watching it because I have not seen the show in a long time.
Yeah. So it says here on Geek Tyrant, the show was in development once again when Donald Trump was president. They imagined the story included some commentary on that, but when Biden was elected, maybe that changed some things. I don't think that it would have been a big difference, because, this is not meaning to get political at this point, but that's a big cultural point in our lives, Yeah. So I think that you can make jokes about it forever.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, off of the sad topics, we've got some more interesting news. Some updates for the Lord of the Rings coming series.
Lord of the Rings show, yeah.
Yeah. The first trailer for the Rings of Power is what it's titled, was released not released. It will debut during the Super Bowl, but I did see how they made the intro. Yeah, and it's so interesting because they actually used a real forge and foundry for it, and it was so cool to watch. Like they carved out the letters in this big old tree stump, and then they, smelted a bunch of gold and poured it in and like filmed the gold in slow motion filling in the cracks and stuff. It was so cool. But yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one who's excited for Rings of Power. Are you guys into Lord of the Rings?
Oh, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I've never seen the third movie, but I love it.
You've never seen the third
You've
one?
never seen the third movie?
No, I've seen the first one and the second one probably twice each. I remember when I was a kid, my brother loved it, so when I was younger, he would control the TV. Every time we put on the third one, it was always like 11 at night, so I'd always just fall asleep like after the first 15 minutes of the movie.
That's sad.
So.
Interesting.
Well,
did you watch The Hobbits as well?
Oh, I watched all the Hobbits.
Okay,
yeah.
So you just
that doesn't give that good of an insight to it.
Yeah,
You
you're
definitely should
kind of
watch the
missing
third
one,
one.
like one of the better movies too. In my opinion.
I mean, I like the second one when they had the
Dude,
tree
the second
people.
one's
No, the second one's
awesome.
awesome. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so good. A lot of people were like, "Oh, I don't like the second one. It's either the first or the third one." I'm like, "No, the second one's where it's all at."
Second one's good, man.
I just like all
Yeah.
three.
But going back to what you said, the use of practical effects in the opening. I mean, obviously CGI has gone to a massive point. I mean, it's basically every Marvel movie at this point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it still looks really good.
Yeah.
But nothing can compare to practical effects.
Oh yeah,
know.
100%.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I mean, when they released when they first signed off on the show to get it released and started making, I mean, the budget, I can't remember exactly, but it was huge for an Amazon Prime show. So this is going to have a lot of money, and I feel like they're going to try and do as much practical stuff as they can just to make it look really good.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be the Amazon's version of Game of Thrones before it went all wacky.
I hope. I really hope we don't get 8 seasons of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power.
We shouldn't.
I hope it's only like a 1-season, 2-season thing at most.
Right.
So on Game of Thrones topic, actually, my fiance and I were watching Game of Thrones, and we are just starting season 8.
Oh boy.
And we're only like one episode in, but there's a lot of cool stuff that happens in like the first few episodes of that season, and then it just drops off like the last episode immediately. The season before that was amazing. It was insane, but it was just like, I'm scared right now because I've always heard that last season's so bad.
Have you never seen it?
I haven't seen the last season. I've seen like seasons 1 through 6, and I barely remember 6 because I wasn't like fully paying attention to it.
Right.
But after watching all the way through, it's like I'm sad and I'm worried that it's going to be as bad as everybody says.
I heard it
be
was
fair.
bad, but I've never seen it.
That's fair.
I was about to say I've only seen seasons 1 and 8. So
Only the first season and the 8th season?
yeah.
You're like, wait a minute, who's this guy?
Yeah,
Where did this guy
I didn't
come
know
from?
much was going on, but the people I was watching it with were groaning, so I kind of did the whole, well, they're doing it, so I might as well do it too. You know.
That's fair. No, it's a good series. I really hope that they, stay true to Tolkien's Tolkien's point.
Yeah, I think that's what they're wanting to do with coming out in September. Oh, the end of this year, that's going to be awesome.
I know, right?
But there's a second article linked in that thing that just has a lot of pictures of just post of just different kind of characters, not necessarily showing who they are, but just showing, obviously that's probably Aragorn with the sword.
So I don't think that's Aragorn, actually.
Do you think that's Boromir with?
No, it's got to be something beforehand because this is a
oh,
prequel
yeah,
series.
yeah,
I
this
was
is
about
a
to ask
prequel
as a
series.
prequel,
Yes,
because
I
you mentioned
forgot.
Boromir. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, I forgot. Yes, this is a prequel series. So I'm interested on what these characters are going to be then.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of them that I've seen. There's straight up one that is just like Sauron, I'm pretty sure. Or it's the main bad guy. Is it Sauron? Because I know Saruman the White is Christopher Lee.
Yeah. Sauron is,
Sauron's the big
Eye of
baddie.
Sauron.
He gets in the beginning of the first movie, his hand, in that little opening cinematic.
Yeah,
gets
his
chopped.
hand, and then the whole "I am no man."
Yeah.
And she chops off his finger, and everybody dies.
Yeah.
I thought that was super neat how they did that. I wonder if they're going to do a callback to that and recreate that scene
That'd be cool,
for a
man.
finale or something.
Oh.
That'd be neat. And then it just starts playing the first movie. Right into it. You
And
you
then
can't pause it.
You see Bilbo boom. Hey Bilbo, what's up? Here's a ring and a bunch of dwarves. You gotta go do this thing.
So this is
And it
during
plays the Star Wars theme.
And plays the Star Wars theme.
this is during the war and the making of the rings.
Pretty much. So it's
Back when in that flashback with Elrond, whenever he defeated and got the ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be around there,
It's-
like 3,000 years ago or something like
So
that.
I think it's supposed to be during the first era of Lord of the Rings. So the first era is when the rings were created. It
Yeah.
was during like the first Dark Lord Margul, I want to say.
Something like that.
It was like it's way, way back. They just created the rings. I think that it's or I think this is actually going to be a series about how or why they created the
Yeah,
rings.
I think it's going to be focusing on the rings itself, so that's going to be cool. Oh,
Yeah, because I mean, it's showing all these people's those posters. It's showing all these people's hands. Some of them have rings, some of them don't. And I mean, granted, the ring is obvious and very, clearly stated. You know, it's the one ring.
Yeah.
But
Now
at the
listen,
same time, I like the emphasis on the hands because that's where rings go. You know,
and rings in the title.
ring is in the title.
I never really was. It's been a long time since I've seen the movies. I haven't even seen the third, like I said. Where they made multiple rings, right?
Yeah.
For all the different
They
for
made
the
like.
dwarves.
there
and
were-
the elves
Are we
and
going to
the
try and
humans.
name off all of them?
So
I
there
don't know.
were
How many for the elves?
there were
I don't
9
know.
for the elves.
9 for the elves, 7
Wait,
for
no,
the...
it was
no,
7.
I thought it was 7 for the elves.
For the elves
9
because
for
they
the men,
got rid of them. 9 for the men.
5 for the dwarfs.
5 for the dwarves, and then there was the one ring.
And then, no, there was...
Partridge in a pear tree, right?
Yeah, partridge in a
exactly.
pear
Yeah.
tree.
Exactly. I'm trying. I mean, I
We
can
might
look
be
it up
missing
right now.
one, but-
Either way, comment down below if you have like the
Give us the
actual
answer.
information on it.
Get the
We're-
interactions up. Yeah, we
all,
need that.
all 3 of us, we've seen Lord of
We
the
know
Rings
Lord
a
of the
handful
Rings.
of times. I
We're just
used to
blanking.
watch it pretty frequently, but I don't remember that opening scene by heart personally. I wish I did, because then I could pull it out and say to my fiance the whole opening sequence, and she'd be like, I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
want to watch this.
It's a neat party trick.
It's a
You
neat
get-
party
You
trick.
go out in front of everyone. You start doing it. Your eyes roll back in your head because you're in a trance while you do it.
You just start reciting the entire first Lord of the Rings movie. Exactly. It's like everybody has left at this point. You're like 2.5 hours past.
3.
Could you
3.
read it like a
3
script?
rings for the elven kings under the sky. 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone. 9 for mortal men doomed to die. 1 for the dark lord on his dark throne.
Interesting. I like the poem.
Literally, right?
I mean,
I was
there's
about to
more,
say
there's
the
more
dark
left,
stormy
and it's
night
just
thing.
like one ring to rule them all. But like,
One
I know,
what?
Rue them all. Yeah, like from iCarly. No, rule them all.
We were talking about iCarly
Yeah,
earlier,
we were talking
but
about
that's
how our
not
producer
important.
Okay,
was.
hold on. Since we're a little bit sidetracked, anyways, are you guys getting the same ad on this website?
Yes,
Patrick
I am.
Stewart
Oh my
looking at
God.
you?
It's terrifying. Patrick Stewart's just staring at me on
don't
this
see that.
website.
Oh,
Oh, it's
there it
right
is.
there. I keep like making eye contact with him, and I can't get away from it.
I feel
It's
like
really
I'm
funny.
disappointing him, bro. I don't know.
He's
what
like,
does
why
look
aren't you
quite
talking about my
disappointed.
show Picard? Like, that's what I want you to talk about. I don't think any of us are Star Trek
I have a
people.
little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, I've watched
I don't know
Voyager.
anything about Star Trek really.
I appreciate Star Trek. I'm more of a Star Wars guy. And
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the new Star Trek movies, except for the newest one.
Right.
I just watched the,
The newest
first
one was a
newer
couple
one.
years ago, though.
The J.J. Abrams, I can't remember what it's called. A new something.
Not a
New
New
Generation.
Hope, a new
A New
generation.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Something like that.
A New Hope. I'm not gonna say a New
Not a
Hope.
New
That's
Hope.
Star Wars.
I was about to say Into the Spider-Verse, but I think
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
different
That movie. That
Star Trek into the. You know what? I think that Star Trek is part of the Spider-Man universe. It could be.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
I think one thing to say before we leave this topic is just I scrolled through just like reading all the cast lists, and there was like nobody that I recognize.
I
So
know.
I'm actually kind of excited to see just a cast filled with people just who are gonna fill the roles good. 'Cause, like,
Absolutely.
I don't know anybody on this list.
It's the next wave, man. It's the
I
next
know.
wave of
These are all the
talented
next-
individuals.
These are all it right here.
Yeah, I know. I'm super excited for that.
Hey, sign them.
There are. Yeah, it's just so many people coming back for on the production side, but
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
else that I've seen who's listed as cast, no idea who they are. Super excited,
Yes.
which means that like this could be the start of some people's careers.
Right.
Which hopefully.
Now, I'm
maybe
not
we'll get some
sure.
cool stuff.
Going back to the whole Game of Thrones
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Did Peter Dinklage, is that his name? Did he get his start with
No.
Game
No.
of Thrones?
No, he was on Elf. Remember?
He was on Elf as the angry little guy.
Okay, but that's Elf. I only watched the movie like
I mean,
once
he
a
was
year at Max.
but he was playing along with Will Ferrell, so like that's already gonna be. I don't know what his big
he's-
movie was.
He's been in a lot of different movies as mostly side characters, but he really grew into his acting style as Tyrion Lannister on Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, he's like one of my favorite characters.
He's a lot.
I love him to death. He's amazing.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing. Remember when he voiced that robot in Destiny, and then they had to recast him entirely
Yeah.
because he sounded like he was half asleep.
Peter
Yeah,
Like he had a little too much NyQuil or something, and then he went into the recording booth, and then it was just like, look
we
out,
need more energy.
there's an enemy over there, and it's like that for the entire game.
I don't know, man. Although on the topic of Peter Dinklage, his new movie or his new like starring movie that is coming out, Cyrano. I'm excited to see that. I really want to see that.
Movies coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot of other movies coming out, which we're actually going to move into a new segment.
Oh, another segue.
Another segue. We're coming into a new segment called Coming Soon. Now it's a working title, so we're just gonna have to deal with it for the time being.
A new title coming soon.
A new title coming soon. That works.
New titles coming soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're taking a look at some of the movies and things that'll be coming out here soon.
Oh yeah.
One of the big ones that we're looking at right now is the Batman. That's coming out next month. And I'm super excited for it. I've always been a fan of Batman. However, like I stopped watching the new Batman movies after The Dark Knight.
Right.
So I didn't watch the one with Bane. I've heard that it was just subpar for some fans, but I should probably go back and watch it for continuity.
I remember seeing that one in theaters with Bane.
Yeah.
I remember my brother and I going crazy, but then again,
I
we're
mean,
also
I know there's
children.
It is Tom Hardy too.
It is Tom Hardy.
Pretty dope.
I remember that there's this dumb joke online on like message boards where it's like people will just quote that movie. It's just,
born in the darkness.
you're
Yeah.
a big guy. For you.
That's a good line.
I don't, dude.
I just
Some of the
remember
lines in that are
people-
so good.
I just remember kids at school talking about the scene where like, why would you shoot someone before throwing them out of a plane or something like that?
I don't know what that
Like-
was. Yeah, it'll be
Oh,
interesting
it's
to
just-
see. I'm really excited to see because this new Batman, it's got Catwoman, the Riddler, and the Penguin, I believe.
Okay,
The newest
but
one?
Yeah, the
Yes.
newest
The
one.
Penguin. Okay, first of all, the Riddler isn't even Jim Carrey, and the Penguin
not Jim Carrey.
isn't even Danny DeVito.
Okay,
Look, you
Stop
can't.
it right there.
You can't
The
bring-
Riddler is Paul Dano though, who is amazing. I
Yeah,
remember
Honestly, I've never heard
can't
of
remember
him.
who's the Penguin. Really, you don't
Yeah,
know who
I
Paul
don't know
Dano
who that
is?
is.
I could probably. Yeah, I don't know. But and then they've got oh gosh, Ben's gonna kill me for not knowing who this is. Who's playing Alfred? Andy Serkis. Andy
Oh my
Serkis is
God, I
Alfred,
love that.
too. So like,
That's such a good choice.
so like, it's just it looks awesome. It looks like it's gonna be a really good film. In comes the producer to correct me, but I'm all right. So
no,
we're
he's
good.
just letting us know
The thing that I took
everything
from
about
that,
ourselves.
The thing that I took from that is that there's a guy who was rehearsing, and they called him Mr. Circus, and I like that a lot.
Mr.
I'm pretty
Circus.
sure- did he produce the show? I don't know, or the movie. I don't know if he's producing it or not.
Writers just Peter Craig, Bill Finger, Bob Kane, and Matt Reeves. Those are the only people listed here.
Some
Yeah.
good names.
So
Bill Finger and
Bill Finger, Bob Kane created Batman. Says our producer
Yeah.
Benjamin.
Who knows a lot about Batman? So
He
I
knows a lot
trust
about
him.
Batman and a lot about Star Wars.
yeah,
That's about it.
that's his
All
whole
right.
personality.
I mean, basically, but that's okay. You know, he's a nerd, and we accept him for who he is.
I mean, to be fair, we are on a show called
Nerdmageddon.
So.
Nerdmageddon.
Yeah.
By the way, where can we watch that show?
You
Simon?
can
If wanna-
watch it. You can watch it on the KNWT YouTube channel.
Whoa, that's pretty nice.
That is pretty nice. Like we say, we really want to have you guys interact with us. So leave comments about things that you really enjoyed in the show. You can also, give us feedback on what you think we should, do more of.
Yeah, what you liked, what you maybe didn't like,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And possibly every once in a while, we may draw on you guys for a Geekamendation, and then
Ooh,
we'll talk
yeah.
about you on the show. I think that would be fun, right?
That would
Yeah,
be very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Speaking of Geekamentations, John, you had
Oh.
us watch the X-Men anime.
I did.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I will say it was good. I had trouble finding it because I
on
looked it up.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was on Netflix. You said it was on YouTube, so I just went to
First
YouTube.
episode's
No.
on YouTube.
Well,
I
I
mean, the
think it's
first
like-
2 episodes are full free on YouTube.
Oh, that's
and the
good.
rest, but Netflix is like, yeah, it's just like it doesn't have subtitles, so it's weird. You have to do like the English audio.
No,
dub.
when I watched it,
But the subtitles aren't right though.
are they not?
Well, if you have English dub and then turn on the subtitles are wrong. But you have to just
Okay.
listen to it normal sub.
Because I watched it subbed, and there's 2 different English subtitles, English and then English closed captioning. And
Yeah.
usually the closed captioning one is the one that you want, right? So I will say there was some points where they would say a lot of things, and on the bottom of the screen it would just say, it's the you men.
That's exactly what I was saying.
So I'm
When
like,
Ben and I were
they're not
watching
just
it,
saying that. It's
turn
the
on the
you men.
subtitles. Oh yeah. Spoilers.
Okay, let me talk about that real fast.
Yeah.
How are you going to be the enemy of the X-Men and call yourself the U-Men? What does the U stand for?
It's
oh,
just like-
I get it. I just got it because it stands for human. Because they're human.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh my gosh.
Wait a sec.
I mean, at least the show has been out for a long time, so
well,
it's
this
not
is
like
my
it's
first
It's
time
been
been
out
out
since
watching
like
it.
2011.
And they tell you in the
this is like
second
the first
episode,
episode,
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, the first episode goes from 0 to 100 immediately.
It
Oh,
really
yeah.
does, yeah.
And you open it up, and already, spoilers for the first 2 minutes of the first episode.
Oh my God! Right?
I know.
Just
It's
like I'm like, okay, so we're just gonna
Jean
start
Grey
right there.
is dead.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I had to check to make sure I didn't want start season 3 or something.
Yeah, no, I was surprised that they started with that early, because I mean that's a massive thing in the X-Men world is the Phoenix. Jean Grey being destroyed by the Phoenix, or the Phoenix in general. Phoenix
they had to
Force.
create something to make this story.
And then they
And-
jump
It's-
cut, and then it's like a year later, and
Yeah.
Xavier's in his baby Yoda pod floating around, and
Right?
he's like, "All right, I'm going to assemble. We're going to Japan, boys." And then there they go.
Yeah, it was interesting how it was just like, all right, guys, I know we have a really good base here in the States, but let's go to Japan real quick.
Yeah, there's like a bunch
move
of,
all the
bunch
X-Men
of
over there.
mutants getting kidnapped or
Yeah.
something, and then they're like, which I don't know. I didn't get obviously I watched 2.5 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
can't
I do
remember.
want to continue it, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, a lot of interesting, a lot of things. I like the human name now because
Yeah,
they're
now that
talking about how the bad guys are
Human.
humans stealing mutants,
Yeah.
and then they're harvesting the mutants' organs and
Mhm.
powers, so the humans can fight the X-Men on their level, even though they aren't mutants themselves.
Okay.
It's like a bunch of mad scientists.
Yeah.
That formed a party.
Yeah, that one guy, he looks like the cyborg German Nazi soldier from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't remember his name.
One guy.
Oh man, I know exactly who you're talking about. He looks like Guile from Street Fighter and has
Yeah.
those crazy lights on his back.
Yeah, he's got
Oh,
like
Ben's
a
smoking. He just watched this, man.
Yeah.
he's got like an
no, I
M14
don't-
in his stomach that he just pulls out and starts
Yeah.
shooting at immortal vampires. Like
And then
I don't remember.
I remember
Interesting.
at the end of part 2, it says he died in Stalingrad too. Because
I know,
What's
right?
happening? Like he kills vampires, then dies in Russia.
I know, it's so funny. So for our ratings, Richie, what would you rate this?
Well, I think it's still a little early, but I still want to keep watching it, so that's a plus. What's it out of again? It's
You
been
can
a
do it
while.
out of 5,
Out of 5, out of 10.
and it can be whatever metric you
All right,
want.
let's do it out of 56, and I guess I'll give it maybe
You're going out of 56.
yeah, maybe I'll do a 20. No, I'll do it like a 33.
33 out of 56.
Well, here's the thing. I want to keep watching it, but I do feel like they really front loaded me already. And
Why are we rating this based off of 56?
Because you
bro?
gave him the choice.
Yeah,
Out of 5,
Out
please.
of 5.
Richie.
Okay, out of
let's
5.
make it. Let's
All
make
right.
it the same metric.
give it 3.7.
A 3.7 out of 5.
out of
Yeah.
5. What?
Just
Stars? I don't know.
See,
Make it something
here,
cool.
here.
Humans?
Here.
Robots?
Yeah, robots.
Mutants?
That works. Mine is 4.5 out of 5 bubs.
Bubs.
Bub.
I haven't heard him say bub once, bro.
Dude, he said bub in the first episode. He
Well,
called
listen, I'm
Cyclops
using-
bub.
I'm using Japanese
Listen
audio.
here.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, switching to that during a fight scene was the coolest thing ever. Just
Oh,
to
yeah.
see all the X-Men in an anime fight was the
It
funniest.
was
I
awesome.
will say though, at the very beginning, they Cyclops gets blown back. My goodness, and then he's not wearing clothes. He has an
Yeah.
8-pack. He starts going, ugh. like the anime grunts and stuff.
You're like, this doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Anyway, John, thank you so much for
course.
Geekamending this show to us. Richie, you're up next. What have you got?
Okay, so what I'm going to recommend is just a short little 10-minute long video. You guys might have seen it. It came out a month ago. It's the Backrooms found footage on YouTube.
Oh.
Have you guys seen that?
I've seen
It's by,
a separate video essay on it that was like a half hour long.
Watch the 10-minute one. It's by Kane Pixels on YouTube.
Yeah,
It has
yeah.
like 10 million views.
I know, or it was like over a weekend too.
Oh,
it just
yeah, dude.
exploded.
It was great. I loved it. I think it's good. That made me look up what the Backrooms were.
This
Really?
is what I saw. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
my
you've
gosh.
seen it with the weird like
Oh,
side
Yeah,
my
it's like
God.
it's on like it's on TikTok.
It's on it. Yeah, I
Oh,
saw it on
is it?
TikTok or Instagram
Yeah.
or something of just
Okay.
all these clips. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
watch the whole thing, and then if that's too short, if you've already seen it, watch season 1, episode 1 of Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, okay.
Is that really your back?
That is. But
Okay, that's a
you-
good backup.
you
That's a
guys-
good backup,
You
though.
guys will love it. I guarantee.
Yeah, I will.
It's honestly weird, but I get it. All right. Richie, I'm excited to watch this,
Yes.
like the actual thing.
Yes.
We'll get to talk about that next week.
He also has another video on his channel that's like a 2-minute sequel to it. You should watch that one too.
Okay. we'll have to check that
We'll
out.
do that too.
All right. So thank you all for watching Nerdmageddon here on KZLX LP Maryville and on the KNWT YouTube channel. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you liked. Comment what Geekamentations you'd like us to see. And as always, you nerd it here first.